Welcome students. Let's start chapter 6 Natural Vegetation and Wildlife from Geography. Now student, what is natural vegetation? Plants which grow on their own without human intervention are called natural vegetation. And wildlife means animals which live in their natural habitat, usually away from the human habitations, are called wildlife. Now let's study about the effect of altitude on vegetation. Now there is a close relationship between the height of land and the character of vegetation. As the height increases, we are not able to find thick jungles of sal and teaks. Now we can find tall trees with thin pointed leaves and cone shaped. It is known as conopide on the mountain slopes. As the height increases further, we can find land covered with short grass and snow. The growth of vegetation depends on the temperature, moisture, slope and the thickness of soil. Now let's move on our next topic and it is a types of natural vegetation. Now depending upon the above factors, vegetation is divided into three categories, namely forest, grasslands and shrubs. Now forest means an area of land which is densely covered with trees is called forest. Grasslands grow in the region of moderate rainfall. Tall trees are very few in grasslands. And next is the shrubs. Now thorny shrubs and scrubs grow in the dry region. Now let's study first about forest. Now there are 6 types of forest, and they are tropical evergreen forest, tropical deciduous forest, temperate evergreen forest, temperate deciduous forest, Mediterranean vegetation and coniferous forest. First, let's start with tropical evergreen forest. Now, it is also known as rainforest. They occur in regions near the equator and the tropics, and they received a heavy rainfall throughout the year. Now, due to the absence of a particular dry season, trees in rainforest don't shed their leaves altogether, and the trees always appear green, and this is the reason they are called evergreen. Now the trees in tropical evergreen rainforest grow close to each other, and they have thick canopies means trees cover at the top, so sunlight does not penetrate them and reach the ground even in the daytime also. Now anaconda, one of the world's largest snake, is found in these rainforests. It can kill and eat a large animal such as a crocodile also. Important trees in rainforest are rosewood, mahogany and ebony, and they are also called hardwood trees. Now student, next is tropical deciduous forest. It is known as monsoon forest and are found in India, northern Australia and Central America. The trees there experience seasonal changes and shed their leaves in the dry season to save water. Hardwood trees, there are like sal, teak, neem and sesame, and they are very useful in making furniture, transportation and construction materials. Main animals found in those forests are tigers, lions, monkeys, elephants and langurs. Now the next is temperate evergreen forest, and they are located in the mid-latitudinal coastal regions and mostly in the eastern margin of continents. For example, in southeast USA, South China and southeast Brazil. The important trees, there are oak, pine and eucalyptus. Now the next is temperate deciduous forests. They found in higher latitudinal regions like the northeast of the USA, New Zealand, China, and Chile, and coastal regions of Western Europe. They shed their leaves in the day in the dry seasons, and the common trees there are oak, ash, beech, etc. Deer, wolves, foxes are the common animals, and the peasant and the monal are the common birds. Now the next is Mediterranean vegetation. These types of vegetation gets its name from the Mediterranean Sea, bordering Europe, Asia, and Africa, and the west and south. West margin of continents are covered with it. It is also found in Southwest America, Africa, and Australia. Regions that are marked with hot, dry summers and mild, rainy winters. Cultivation of citrus, means such as orange, olive, grapes, and figs. Fruits takes place in areas with Mediterranean vegetation, and not much of wildlife is found there. Now our next topic is coniferous forest. They are found in the higher latitudes of the northern hemisphere, such as in the Himalayas, and are also known as taiga, means pure or untouched in the Russian language. They have softwood evergreen trees such as cheer, pine, and deodar that are used to make pulp for the paper and box making industries. The important animals there are the silver foxes, the mink, and the polar bear. Now let's study about grasslands. There are two types of grasslands: tropical grasslands, temperate grasslands. Now first of all, tropical grasslands. They grow on both sides of the equator and extend to the tropics, and grow in regions of moderate rainfall. Grass in this region grows up to 3 to 4 meters high, and the savanna grasslands of Africa are of these types. Elephants, zebras, giraffes, deer, leopards, etc. are animals found in this region. Now the next is temperate grasslands. Now they are found in mid-latitudinal regions and interior parts of countries, and the grass there is short and nutritious. Wild buffaloes, bisons, and antelopes are common animals found in this region. Now grasslands are known by different names in different regions. In the tropical grasslands and temperate grassland. Now in the tropical grassland like East Africa, it is known as savanna, Brazil, Campos, Venezuela, Llanos. Now examples for the temperate grasslands: Argentina, Pampas; North America, Prairie; South Africa, Veld; Central Asia, Steppe; Australia, Don. Now the shrubs. Now shrubs are found in the dry desert regions in the west margins of most continents, and the shrubs are scarce because of scarcity rains and scorching heat. Vegetation is also very scarce. In the polar regions where the climate is very cold, only mosses, lichens, and very small shrubs are found in the polar region, and these types of vegetation is called tundra. Now it grows during the very short summer when it's not very cold. The tundra's type of biome is found in the northern parts of Europe, Asia, and North America. Animals that have thick fur and skin to protect them from the extreme cold, and ones commonly found there are seals, walrus, musk oxen, polar bears, snow foxes, Arctic owls, etc. Now, conservation of wildlife and forest. Now student, animals are very important for our long term well-being. The large scale deforestation and the resultant loss of natural habitat for animals are resulting in problems like soil erosion, lack of greenery, extinction of animals, etc. So students, here we see different vegetation and wildlife all over the world, because different places have different types of climate conditions, thickness of soil and availability of water. So with this, here we have completed our all the topics. Have a nice day. Thank you.